Hello, dear students. So let's start today's topic. The first topic is called characteristics of entrepreneurship. When we talk about earning money, so there are two ways to earn the money. Either you work for yourself, become a businessman or an entrepreneur, or you work for somebody else. When you work for somebody else for a particular period of time or number of days, number of years, then it is called wage employment. You are given money for or a salary for your work. And when you own a business by yourself and you run a business and you earn money for yourself, that is called entrepreneurship. So let's first discuss about the characteristics of entrepreneurship, that what are all the characteristics or what are all the traits of entrepreneurship. The first one is ability to take up risks. As we have discussed last lectures, that entrepreneurship is all about taking up risks and inculcating new ideas or including new ideas into the business so that it runs well. Calculating risk does not mean that you have to live a very high risk life, or everything has to be put into the business. Taking risk means that the risks should be taken, but the risks will be calculated. So entrepreneurship is about taking up calculated risks. Second, believe in hard work and discipline. So you know that entrepreneurship is not about starting a business and then sitting at home and watching television and entertaining life. No, entrepreneurship is about taking the 100% responsibility for your business. So if you start a business, then it is your responsibility to make it go well. So for that purpose, for that to happen, you need to be very hardworking and very much disciplined. Third, adaptable and flexible to achieve the goals of enhancing quality and customer satisfaction. So if you when you see that if you run a business and if it does not go well, so you should be adaptable and flexible to achieve your goals, first thing. And enhancing quality and customer satisfaction. If you enhance the quality of your products, and obviously then when customers get a quality products, they feel satisfied. You can run a business on cheat base. You can sell them products or a fake products, but that will not run well, or that will not. You can earn money for a short period of time, but this business will not go very well, because after some time you will start losing the trust of customers. So you must have observed, in the market or somewhere, like there are shopkeepers. People purchase their products. They come from different places to buy the products. So the only reason, because they never compromise with their quality of products. So you have to be adaptable. If business does not go well, you have to adopt new techniques, and you have to also become flexible to implement those techniques so that the customers get satisfied. Fourth, knowledge of the product and services and their need or demand in the market. If you run a business, you should be completely knowledgeable about your products, what products you are selling, how these products are different than the other products sold in the market. So whenever a customer comes in your shop or into your or your mall, whatever it is, so you have to be able enough to convince him such a way that he feel to buy your products. Not to give a fake data or something else, but a good comparison of data. Why you should tell him, or tell the customer why it is important, or why he or she should buy your product. And for that purpose, for convincing purposes, you should need to have a complete knowledge of those products. Suppose you run a mobile shop, so you should have the knowledge of the mobile phones, the operating system used in the mobile phones that you are selling, how one mobile phone is different than other mobile phones. If somebody comes at your shop that he or she needs gaming phones, so which are the phones which are which on which we can play large games. So you should be able to describe the products that you are selling. Fifth, financial literacy and money management skills. Now, this is one of the most important part of entrepreneurship. When you run a business, obviously you will invest money into it, right? So suppose you have 20 lakh of rupees and you want to invest the money into your business. Does not mean that. Now, first thing is that suppose you have collected 20 lakh rupees. Now the question is that will you invest 20 lakh rupees in one go, or you will just invest 10 lakh rupees? 10 lakh rupees you will you will save into the banks, and 10 lakh rupees you will take loans. So from your own pocket you have invested 10 lakh rupees, and you have taken a loan of rupees 10 lakh, and you have invested 20 lakh rupees into the business. Whatever money you had left with you, like 10 lakh rupees is left with you, then you have kept in the bank, so that in case of emergency you can use that money. Now when your business go well, then you will able to repay the loan of the bank, collect more money, and expand the business. And if you want to expand the business, the money which you have invested in the bank or saved in a bank can also then be used. Now the thing is that when you run a business, you should be able to manage your money very properly, so that at the time of a crisis you can recover from that adversity of business. Sixth, effective planning and execution. Entrepreneurship is not about a one day dream. You have to be very patient, and you have to plan it very well. Planning means where you will own a business, the place, what type of business you will own, how much money you will invest, who will be your customers, and once you run a business, then what do you need to satisfy your customers. All these plannings are required, and their execution is also required. If you make a plan and you don't execute it, then there is no use. If you run a business without planning, again you might face unprecedented situation in life. So these are the characteristics of an entrepreneurship. Let's move to next part called wage employment. Initially I told you that wage employment is about doing a business, or doing work for a company or an organization or somebody else. So you work for them and they pay you money as per your work and experience. Let's see. In case of wage employment, there are always two parties. One is known as the employer and the other is the employee. The wage employment does not involve too much risk, but entrepreneurship involves taking certain amount of calculated risks. However, the continuity of the service in each case, or in case of wage employment, depends on the terms and conditions laid down in the contract between the two parties, and also sometimes the relationship between the employer and the employee. First thing, on wage employment there are two parties, as already said. One is employer who is giving the job, and the second is called employee who is doing the job. Now how much salary the employee will be given, and what will be the percentage of increment that will be applied to the salary every year, or say every 6 months, whatever it is. So these terms and conditions are fixed by the both the parties, or the employee is told before he starts doing job for a company or organizations that what will be the terms and conditions for working under any organization. So then these things are fixed, and then the employee does a work according to the rules and regulations. So but something like this is could be an agreement between the two parties. Like there may be a fixed amount of salary will be given no matter how much work is being done, or how much work an employer is putting on the shoulders of the employee. It depends on the terms and conditions. So this is called wage employment. Let's see the comparison between the two activities done by a person in entrepreneurship and employment. Employment means wage employment. So there are three columns now. First column is the activity done by the person, or someone who is working, and there are two categories, either entrepreneurship or employment. Allows a person to make money. Obviously, both the entrepreneurship and wage employment allows a person to make money. But how much money someone can make? Entrepreneurship are independent. As I said, they can earn unlimited amount of money depending on how much their business is expanded. Whereas in wage employment, their wages are fixed, and wages can be increased, but there is a limit. Second, finding solutions for a community problems by himself or herself. So entrepreneurship yes, employment no, because in wage employment you are given a fixed task, so you are not independent there. If something is invented, so the patent or the credit will go to the company, not to you. You are just an employee. You are given some task, and you are supposed to do that task. Third, the job done by the person is decided by himself or herself. Entrepreneurship yes, employment no. You know it that when you in a wage employment, then you don't decide what work will you do. What work will you do? Who decides? The employer decides. Use personal knowledge and interest to make money for oneself. Entrepreneurship yes, employment no. You use knowledge to perform the task given to you. That's it. You don't you can even give the ideas to the employer, or if you invest your extra work for the company, but that is not will give you personal benefits. That will only benefit the company. Fifth, use innovation and creativity to attract clients. Entrepreneurship yes, and employment no. Personal creativity and innovation may work for the benefit of the employer or the company for which you are working, but they will not provide you. You might be given some increment in the salary, but what when we talk about the total effect, so total effect will not be on you every time. But when you are into entrepreneurship, everything that you do for entrepreneurship depends on the creativity and innovations that you put into your business. Keep most of money that profit made for a project or service. So who keeps it on entrepreneurship? You keep it. Put efforts into your business, earn more money, and all money is yours. Whereas in wage employment, all the money and profits will go to the company. Takes risk to make profit. Yes, entrepreneurship take risk to make profit, whereas in employment a person does not take risks. So if you want to live a risk-free life, almost risk-free life, there are always risks, obviously. If you want to live a risk-free life and you want to earn limited amount of money, then you can go for the wage employment. Or if you want to, you can take risks, calculated risk, and then you want to earn money and want to work independently, then you can go for entrepreneurship. So these three things that we have discussed today, one is the characteristics of entrepreneurship, second is the wage employment, and third we compared a situation of a person if he chooses or he or she chooses entrepreneurship or employment. All right, so we'll meet in next lecture. Till then, bye bye and take care.